Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. So the Timberwolves win the tip.
Timeout.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Conley surveying the D. And stolen by Mobley. For three, Hunter. Here's Allen. And Allen slams it in.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
Now here's Randall. Timberwolves passing it around. Over in the corner, Conley. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Fires from the wing. Allen with the rebound.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity. On the Raptors, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me? Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Mobley is screen. On the wing, Mitchell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch, and his priority this time out is trying to make it hard for Donovan Mitchell. He told me Donovan is an elite 3-level scorer. It's going to take more than one player to slow him down. We need all 5 guys communicating and working together defensively. A big challenge, guys.
Thank you, David. Pass to Allen. Outside Garland. Clock at 6. Here's Mitchell. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
And the shot goes in.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Cleveland with the ball. Garland left side. Screen by Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
You see how quick Allen moves in these situations, which makes him a perfect pick and roll partner.
Outside Edwards. They set the pick. Out to Conley. Launches it. It's good from long range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Mobley. He's looking for Mitchell and finds him. Good on the bucket.
And don't give Mitchell too many of those looks. Once he gets in rhythm, it is hard to stop him.
Randall outside. Now Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Now Alexander Walker. Defended by Strus. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Mitchell. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
Outside Edwards. Randall left side. Fires the three. Evan Mobley with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 3. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Outside Edwards. And here is Conley. Has to go Gobert. Outside Edwards. Shoots over Mobley. And the basket by Edwards. Edwards got his second basket.
Good defense, but even better offense from Edwards. Basically refusing to be denied.
Bucket is good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Edwards. Gobert in the corner. Outside Conley. For 3, Edwards. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Cavaliers leading. Pass to Mobley. Here's Jerome. Offline with his 3. They have not led for a while. A chance to do so here.
Well, they'd like to retake the lead on this possession.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And here are the Cavaliers. Pass to Okoro. And another miss by Cleveland. And here is McDaniel. And finished off by McDaniel.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow. I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
Trains it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Mitchell outside. Mobley outside. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Now the Timberwolves with it. They've got an 8-0 run. Pass to Dillingham. And a wide open shot from Reed. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Love the pass there from Gobert. Always nice when your big man feeds his teammates.
Last year, coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
Pass to Gobert. Back to Reed. Oh, here's Edwards. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. To the inside. It's stolen by Gobert. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Sinks the triple. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 6 now for Minnesota.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Pass to Hunter. Fires the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 14-3 run right now. Outside Edwards. This one for 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
Hunter for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Launches a 3. They get it back. Pass to Reed. Here's Gobert. The 3 for DiVincenzo. Jared Allen grabs the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And they double up Allen. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's DiVincenzo. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
Edwards looking it over. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
He's built like a linebacker, Edwards is. So tough to stop.
And, Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And Edwards with the stuff.
And right there, Edwards shows you his ability to impact both sides of the ball.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Minnesota leading by 8. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, and he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of the shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. The 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Pass to Mobley. Mitchell in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta. Mitchell's got 13.
You got to chase Mitchell out of the corner, or he will drain those all night.
Outside Conley. Back to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. 6 to shoot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. Here's Mitchell. 13 points in the game. No good on the quick 3. Edwards with it. Garland picks him up. Stolen by Allen. Now Garland. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Gritty bucket. Garland knows he's going to take contact, but does not back down.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah, my wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Pass to Mitchell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
It's easy to overplay your hand when you're defending Mitchell.
The Cavaliers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. 1:07 left in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Reed. Randall outside. Here's DiVincenzo. 5 on the clock. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Alexander Walker. Mobley with the rebound. And so it's Mobley with it. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And it's Strus missing. Timberwolves leading by 8. Down low. Reed. And Reed throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Mitchell missing. Here's Minnesota.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. Sinks the three-pointer. Randall's got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Timberwolves lead by 13. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. DiVincenzo with it. Pass to Clark. Back to DiVincenzo. Here's Alexander Walker. Clock at 6. Left side, Miller. Over Hunter. Miller, no luck. The Cavaliers trail by 13. To the paint. And it's Wade with the jam.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to DiVincenzo. Here's Reed. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Hunter with it. Back to Wade. And Garland has it in the corner. Here's Jerome. Off target from 3-point range. Minnesota leading by 11. Inside. And now Minnesota on the fast break.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. Now, his perspective was to play like we're behind. He said that's the energy we need right now. We haven't won anything yet. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Pass to Edwards. Edwards slashing in. Outside for Randall. Offensive rebound. Over to the left wing. Here's McDaniels. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's Mitchell. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Handle outside. Here's Gobert. Mobley with the block. On the wing, Mitchell. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Edwards. Second shot opportunity. Pass to McDaniels. And here's Randall. Now here's Edwards. Covered by Mitchell. Back to Edwards. Over Mitchell. Edwards can't hit.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
Here's Edwards. Edwards loves it in there.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Pass to Hunter. Looking for Allen and gets it there. And they double up Allen. Here's Mobley. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, I mean, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Pito Turkoglu was a big part of what we did in Orlando. Was the most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Second personal foul.
First free throw is good.
At the ball for the Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell. 2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one.
And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Timberwolves.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Rudy Gobert.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Kicks it out to Garland. Mitchell wide open. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Right at the free throw line. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. It's stolen by Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Some good moments throughout this.
15-6.
Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge.
Here we go.
And Oklahoma City starts out with the ball. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. To the left wing. Clock at 6. Here's Holmgren. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Dort. And a miss there on the triple. Green with the ball. Williams picks him up. Out to Thompson. Houston moving it around. Here's Green. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Here's Williams. And Thompson sends it back. 3-on-3. Here's Green. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Green's got the game going here with the first basket for the Rockets. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Dagnall for a minute. He told me that Şengün won't be easy to contain. He pointed to his passing ability and said they can run their offense through him whether he's in the post or at the top of the key. He add in his scoring, and he presents a unique challenge. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Here's Houston now. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Tries from 16. 2 points. That one goes.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, so dangerous in pick and roll. He's going to keep you off balance because he can score it or facilitate.
On the wing, Green. Pass to Van Vliet. Offline with his 3.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Screen by Hartenstein. And contact on the shot, so he'll be... Shooting free throws here. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. The Rockets trail. Now here's Thompson. Pass to Van Vliet. From the high post. And he hits the jump shot.
Well, there's a couple things in play here. The activity and IQ of Fred Van Vliet. This guy a dangerous mid-range shooter.
And Thompson sends it back. Here's Green. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Holmgren the screen. Holmgren is double. Pass to Dort. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Being ready on the catch, such an important skill, and Luke Dort's confidence really starting to grow.
It's Brooks on the wing. On the wing, Brooks. And it's Van Vliet, top of the key. Brooks misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with this. Williams gets the bucket.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander can score it, so you have to respect it. That sets up his passing game. What a pretty delivery.
And stolen by Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. From downtown, it doesn't go for him. Rockets trailed by 3, and the wide open shot from Green. It's good from long range. Green's got 7 points.
And because Green is able to blow past defenders, they guard against that, so he just stops on a dime and pops.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over in the corner, Williams. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Luke Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game, pulling in the right direction. One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Doris. He is rocketing up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
Just 3 to shoot. Holmgren can't hit. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Incredible for his age, the decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Houston in the lead. Pass to Şengün. Here's Eason. He's guarded by Williams. Lays it up off the glass.
Come here.
Eason's got the lead up to 3 now for the Rockets.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
Here's Dort. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, my goodness. How about the impressive vertical by Lou Dort? No doubt on that slam.
Pass to Şengün. Smith on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Over Wallace. Nice shot by Smith. And the Rockets lead by 3.
And that's a nice shot from mid-range there. Smith must continue to knock it down at that level.
And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
There's the drive. Gets that one to drop. That's his 3rd field goal in 8 tries. Hey, you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And so here is Oklahoma City following the score by Houston. Top of the key. Stolen by Holiday. And it's the Rockets on the break. Got a piece of it. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. That free throw good from Eason. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
Williams for 3. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. To the inside. Here's Eason. Out to Brooks. Shoots the 3. That one dropped for his 2nd bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Now the Rockets with it. They've got an 8-0 run. Houston moving it around. Back to Green. To the middle. Thompson with the bucket. And now it's a 9-point Rocket lead.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Here's Hartenstein.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Rockets ahead. They lead by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Screen by Şengün. Van Vliet on the wing. Back to Green. Pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. The 3. And it's Green. Missing. Thunder trailing by 5. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Now here's Holmgren. Count it. Holmgren's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Thunder.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Dagnall said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin certainly will.
I agree. David, he is fearless. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, sneaky, but when he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Back to Van Vliet. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his first foul. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with the team. For 3, Van Vliet. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Caruso. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points for him. On the clock. Holmgren. Great defense that time from Şengün. From deep, Green. Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 3. For the tie. Thompson with the rebound.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Jacks up a 3. That one doesn't drop. Rockets leading by 5. Here's Eason. Takes the 3. The Rockets with another miss. Now the Thunder with it. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Holmgren the screen. Wallace outside. Tries again. Holmgren gets the bucket. Holmgren's got 6 points in the quarter.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
Back to Thompson. Some nice passing there by Houston. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
So both teams changing it up here. He hits the second from the line. 1:04 left here in the third quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
A nice shot by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his second basket of the game.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Now here's Green. 11 points in the game. Smith, no luck. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Smith. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. From deep, Green. The Rockets with another miss. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 8. Pass to Hartenstein. For the tie. Gets it off. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one.
29.
Rockets lead by 2.
31.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Trailing by 2. To tie it up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Let's remember, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 6'6", so getting on the interior is not a problem.
That one drops. He ties it up.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Pass to Smith. Back to Whitmore. Holiday with it. Launches a 3. A shot off that time.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Inside. Hartenstein.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
What's going on?
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board right there.
Back to Whitmore. He's in with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. And Smith gets double teamed. Here's Şengün. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for 1 more at the line.
And good pass right there from Smith Jr. His teammates appreciate that selflessness.
Whoa.
And that one misses. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Pass to Hartenstein. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Goes up with the stripe. Hartenstein can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there before the deep.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Such a smoothness and ease to the way Shai Gilgeous-Alexander plays. What a pretty drive. Makes it look easy.
So both teams making some changes here. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. During the last break, got to listen in on Ime Udoka's huddle with his team.
Shoot, bro.
Now he asked the defense to lock it down inside. He said, let's get physical. I don't want them to think we're soft in there. No more easy shots in the paint. So that's what the defense is set to do. Guys?
All right, thank you, David.
Oh, my goodness. He is such a great dunker.
Craig, a high riser, no doubt about it. And they pick up 2.
And scoring the ball has always seemed easy for Green. It's starting to show here in this game.
Right wing. Oklahoma City moving it around. Outside Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Williams has got the lead up to 3 now for the Thunder. Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Now Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. His 3-pointers off the mark. Rockets trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some.
God damn.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
It's almost hard to believe that somebody can throw it down like that.
It's a small club, right, Greg? I mean, it's a pretty small club, that's
Very
for sure.
exclusive.
He can really rise up.
He's, of course. I mean, it gets a lot easier when you face little to no resistance.
Oh, selfless play right there from Green. He's all about getting it to the open man.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. And the whistle
Oh my God, bro.
blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
There is no moment too big, no pressure too heavy for Mr. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. The delivery is on time.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
From deep, Green.
What?
And Holmgren pulls it down.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. .112 left in the game. Back to Williams. Williams double team. Here's Hartenstein. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. And the Thunder lead by 8.
And not efficient in that first half, but they have really picked it up here. The shots that
Ooh,
were
I hate
earlier
this shit.
finally finding the bottom of the net.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.
What?
The Rockets with another miss.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren is double. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. So it's the Thunder now. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
34 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And Green gets it to go.
No fear in the eyes of Green. Willing and ready to take the big shot for his team.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop.
on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
Here's Dort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Red Van Vliet picks one up.
Lou Dort is 6'3", 215. You don't think he wants a little contact? That is nicely done on the drive.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, you want to continue to build the lead, so a very productive trip to the line right there.
Pass to Şengün. Green with the ball. Defended by Dort. Here's Williams. And he gets it to go. And the Thunder lead by 9. So we see the Thunder get the win here.
Shoot, I don't know how to shoot. 3 for 20, like what? This how hard to shoot is in this game, bruh. Good team, bro.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With 2 Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And it's going to be the Clippers off the tip. Pass to Harden. Here's Leonard. Done with it. Here's Harden. First shot won't go. Doris looking back at James Harden's time in Houston. What an incredible individual run he went on.
Come on, Brian. Finished in the top 3 in MVP voting 5 times with the Rockets. Came so close to getting to an NBA Finals. He's still beloved in the city of Houston.
Clock at 4. Murray. It's rebounded by Zubac.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion. Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Norman Powell. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Murray. Pass to Gordon. Now Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 3-pointer.
Oh, boy, James Harden, excellent job contesting right there. Boy, when he gives effort, look out.
Dunn outside. Back to Leonard. Powell sets a screen. To the middle. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Doris, you won't find too many players that can provide the instant spark that Powell does.
Ryan, you know that expression, know your role and star in your role. Norman Powell knows my job is to come in and give my team a boost. And this guy comes in thinking score and change the game, and he does just that. Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Harden. From deep. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Outside Porter. Pass to Jokic. And he drives in. And the dunk by Jokic.
So crafty on these takes to the rim. Jokic senses when he should just look to drive.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now let's find out what head coach David Adelman had to say. Allie, the force.
He's focused on what they need to do to stop James Harden, saying they need to be aggressive defensively without putting him on the line. Once he starts racking up the freebies, the game slows down, he gets into a rhythm, and from there, it's a domino effect.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Murray, no good. And Doris, the Clippers with new jerseys, a shiny new arena, and an ownership group that is very aggressive. They want some shiny hardware to go with it.
Yeah, you have to appreciate an ownership group that is willing to spend and make all the right moves in order to position yourself for the championship. But now the players need to come through. And what has been their undoing in recent years is injuries and the lack of availability of their best players. Age and health still hover over this organization.
Here's Murray after the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Outside Porter. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Zubac. The Clippers trail. And out of bounds. Denver will have it.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. 18 feet out. Murray's shot is good.
Defenses have to be aware of Murray at all times. His shooting ability makes him a threat from all over the court.
Now here's Zubac. Yet to see a basket. Bogdanovich, no good.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
Westbrook with the miss. Clippers trail by 3. Pass to Leonard. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Now this is just pick and roll action at its finest. The big man sets a solid screen, rolls to the cup, leaves no doubt.
And here's Jokic. He's guarded by Zubac. And here's Westbrook. Back to Jokic. Clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get one up. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Jokic has got 7 points.
Yeah, great pass to Jokic when he's ready to fire, and then he's straight into his motion.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Zubac's shot is off. Outside Murray. To the right side. Pass to Porter. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his first personal foul.
It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard. Denver shooting their initial free throws of the game here. And the Clippers making a change here. He hits the second from the line. Here's Jones. Gets it off. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And that does it for the first quarter. It's Denver. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the Nuggets here in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Kicks it out to Westbrook. Here's Porter. Back to Westbrook. Fires from deep. Doesn't go for him. Clippers trail by 4. Inside. Coffee. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Coffee's got his first points in this one. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of skill deficiencies. Ryan, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. Coffee can't get it to go.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Another shot. And the layup is up and in. Coffee's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, beating everyone to the ball. Great activity on the offensive glass.
Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them. A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Here's Brown, still without a bucket. Westbrook taking his time here. 4 on the clock. Pass to Porter. Off target with the open look.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And there's the foul. It's on Michael Porter. That'll be a second foul of the game. And timeout called by Ty Lue. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. So both teams making some changes here. Now Leonard. Zubac, screen. To the inside. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. Zubac is... got his second basket.
Well, you have to love the patience by Kawhi right there. Use the pick and roll game to perfection.
Westbrook with the miss. If they score here, they're back in front.
And they've been waiting to retake this lead for a bit.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from three for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying the team.
Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. It goes on Chris Dunn. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far from the Nuggets?
Man, I'll say this. I mean, the mid-range jumper has been a huge weapon for them offensively. Just tremendous so far.
Here's Jokic.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Pass to Dunn. Tipped. It's a one-on-one situation. Porter with it. Uneasy, too, on the layup. And now a 4-point Nugget lead.
And this is how you execute through contact. Porter Jr. outworking the defense in style.
Here's Harden. Hits it. Now 2 of 6 from the field.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Timeout call, the Nuggets. And so Murray will bring it up for the Nuggets. Pass to Jokic. "55 seconds left in the second quarter. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
Such a clever player. Jokic is adept at using his body to get these shooting fouls.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Now here's Leonard. Still no points. Outside Harden. Here he goes. Gordon pulls it in. Denver leading by 4.
It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Powell's shot is off. He got it up. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And here's Denver. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
You know that. No question about his abilities.
The combo guard, Murray, capable of hurting you with his scoring as well as with his passing.
Left side, Harden. And the layup is good off the glass. Harden's got 8.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
Harden from outside. Denver grabs the miss. So so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Now here's Jokic. Pass to Murray. Here's Brown. Defended by Dunn. Shot clock at 6. Nifty move. And Murray finishes inside. And now it's a 10th-point Denver lead.
Yeah, nice play by Murray. A big guard who is unafraid to mix it up inside.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Dunn outside. Harden from outside. Gordon pulls it in.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Uses the glass on the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
I'll tell you this, the interior game of Aaron Gordon is coming along. He is looking more comfortable and more confident in there.
Now here's Harden. Give him 8 points now. Good.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Dunn with the steal. By himself. And Harden with the slam.
Just a great nose for the ball. Chris Dunn with the clean pick starts the fast break, and they leave no doubt.
They get it back. Murray for 3. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Murray looking around. Pass to Jokic. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Now here's Harden. 15 points in the game. And that one drops. Harden's got 11 in the second half.
Well, at this point, James Harden has put his imprint all over this basketball game, and the defense better find a way to figure him out soon.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. The Nuggets lead by 6. Here's Westbrook. They kick it out to Murray. Sinks it from distance. Murray's got 8 points in the quarter.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
Here's Harden. Rebounded by Denver. They held a 12-point lead earlier. There's 49 seconds left in the third. Westbrook can't hit. Clippers trail by 9. Harden with a bucket. Harden's got 19 points.
Yeah, James Harden's ability to finish with either hand, so crafty, understanding how to navigate around defenses when he's in the painted area.
too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Shot by Leonard, no good. And so Murray will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Jokic missing. Goes up on the wing. Powell for three. Hits a three-pointer. Powell's got 5 points. Outside Murray. Here's Jokic. No good on the buzzer beater. And we've reached the end of the third. It's Denver. They're up 7. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Clippers trail by 7. Pass to Coffey. Leonard on the wing. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
We are talking about a solid 230 pounds. Kawhi Leonard's strength and his frame allows him to get shots off under duress.
Well, Doris, there's one thing for sure. When Kawhi Leonard is available, he's elite.
There's no question about it, Brian. And it's so difficult to watch a player who cares so deeply about the game as Kawhi does not have his body hold up. It's been unfortunate over the years to see the toll injuries have taken on his career. But boy, oh boy, clutch, skilled, competitive, tough, every attribute you could want.
Drills it from deep.
The confidence on full display. Murray recognizes ahead of time when to shoot off the catch.
And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. To the paint. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Here's Westbrook. 5 to shoot. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Boy, it will take more than that kind of defense to stop this guy. Russell Westbrook so fierce on the interior.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He said to them, you guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Simmons. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, if you're Ben Simmons and you're playing in pick-and-roll action with the ball in your hands, you got to be willing to score it or deliver it.
The Nuggets want a timeout. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Outside Murray. Down low. Inside. Jokic drops it in.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Pass to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Inside. Gordon with a steal. Here's Jokic. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
You know, I just love the moxie Murray has to his game. He's so fast and supremely confident.
He's off on the second. Clippers trail by 11. Leonard outside. Back to Dunn. That three's off the mark. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Basket's good. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Count it. Harden's got 21 points in the game. To the paint. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, this is the developing part of Aaron Gordon's game. Real improvement as a passer. Look out if he adds that consistently.
Leonard outside. To the middle. Here's Dunn. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
Here's Murray. The Clippers grab the miss. Three-pointer, Harden. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 24.
Well, James Harden, a sniper through and through. You give him even a little sliver of daylight, and that ball is gone.
Back to Murray. Here's Jokic. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
That's a big man down there. I mean, when Jokic gets ideal positioning inside, he uses his size to draw contact.
And Jokic drops them both. Clippers trail by 10. Pass to Harden. That one no good. Good work defensively by Gordon.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Nuggets.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Nikola Jokic.
He played big all night, relentless on the glass, just helping his team in the possession battle.
Outside Harden. Fires for three. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
B.A., all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap.
So it's Los Angeles now. Down by 12.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
A lot of it comes down to great fundamentals. Establishing position early, controlling the backboards.
That's his second personal foul. 13 foul.
No good on that one.
At the line for two, Jamal Murray.
And he sinks the second. So no problem for Denver as they get the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce.
My team.
else's 2025 goals going, because my goal is definitely to be back on Instagram more and to release music, and I have done neither of those. So am I the only one that's looking this year, or is everybody else slightly struggling? I'm going to be back.
This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now here's Tatum. Oh!
Wow,
just incredible!
That is a monster finish. One of the craziest dunks we've seen. Tatum with the bounce.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Holmgren. Here he goes. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And putting some power behind his drive. Holmgren managing to get there for an easy slam.
Pass to Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Dort outside. Now here's Williams. Here's Hartenstein. Defended by Brown. Shot clock at 5. Offensive rebound. Pass to Williams. They get the rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. Inside. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams' shot is good.
And the quickness in transition. I mean, I like watching Williams convert in these situations.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Holiday. Out to the right wing. The three from Holmgren. And the three-pointer goes. Holmgren's got 5 now.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Back to White. Can they get it? It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And how about Jaylen Brown, Richard? Named to his first All-NBA team in 2023. A very important piece to him.
NBA, what timing. It made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax. At the time, it was the largest contract in NBA history. And how did he follow it up? He won the Larry Bird Award as the best player in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. White looking it over. Some solid defense from Williams. Thunder leading by 4. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis grabs the board.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Here's Tatum. Uses the glass on the layup. 6 points for him.
What muscle on that finish. It's hard trying to prevent Tatum from converting.
It's scooped up. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Dort. Shot clock at 6. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. The rebound, Celtics. White on the wing. Rejected by Holmgren.
You can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Both teams will make substitutions. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Out to the wing. Horford. Here's Cornette. And it's all tied up.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say,
oh my goodness. How about that?
And we see the speed and power. I mean, Williams shows off on that one.
Here's Brown. Wallace pulls it in. Williams from long range. Buries it from 3. Williams has got 7.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Horford outside. Cornette sets a screen. To the inside. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. Oklahoma City leading by 5. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw in this game. The free throw drops for Wiggins. Celtics trail by 8. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Pass to Hauser. Again, the miss by Boston. Outside, Williams. Wiggins outside. Got it off in time. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma City ahead, up 8. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
Chalk up 2 there. Celtics trail by 10. Outside Tatum. Knocked away. And stolen by Caruso. Here's Wiggins. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Porzingis misses. Thunder leading by 11. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Pass to Wallace. From outside the arc. Boston pulls it in. Outside Tatum. Left side Porzingis. That shot off the mark. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Pass to Wallace. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And patience is key. Gilgeous-Alexander doesn't let the shot clock disrupt his play.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And the first one at the line is good. You look at his college days and his rookie year, Tatum has always been on a winning team, Richard.
B.A., I think it starts with his approach. There's always been an air of professionalism when it comes to Tatum. He's just a young player that is focused only on winning.
Dort outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, what a play! It's snatched out of the air. Credit the block. To the middle. Tatum can't hit. Thunder leading by 11. And here's Caruso outside. Porzingis grabs the board.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daignault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Pass to Porzingis. Down low. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And you watch Alex Caruso on defense, RJ. He forces his fair share of turnovers.
Yeah, he's got great instincts, quick hands. You can't be loose with the ball around Caruso, one of the best one-on-one defenders in the game.
Pass to Caruso. There's a minute 34 left in the first half. Uncovered. And he hits the jump shot. Caruso's got his first points in this one.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daignault. He's going to talk it over with his guys. 1:14 left in the first half. Wallace outside. Up top, Holmgren. 7 points in the game. And he gets it to go.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
Here's White. Porzingis in the post. Still no points. Porzingis punishing inside.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Poked loose. And stolen by Holiday. Brown looking around. And we've got 28 seconds left to the second period. Horford outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's White. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Holmgren. He's got 9. Wallace right side to the paint. Hartenstein hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And so it's Oklahoma City. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. We'll be right back after this word. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Left side Tatum. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul of the game. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Celtics trail by 18. Clock at 6. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. The shot by Holiday, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 18 to the middle. And Williams punches it home.
The defense gives Shea all their attention, and that leaves another guy open and ready to score.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Outside White. Gets the 3 ball to go. White's got 7 points in the game.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Holmgren. 11 points in the game. 5 on the clock. Here's Dort. Porzingis grabs the board. Celtics trail by 17. Back to Tatum. The kick out to White. Outside Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Beyond the arc. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
And this is Shea's game. Attack, get to the rim, and finish.
Here's Tatum. Rejected by Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from the wing. Good.
There's a bull clip. 4.
We are live in Boston, Massachusetts, the gem of New England, as the Celtics are about to go into this interconference contest right here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to Tatum. Holiday with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's denied. They get it back. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Great look, but off the mark. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on White.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
And so he makes both from the line. RJ last season, LeBron passed 40,000 career points. Do you think we'll ever see someone get even close to that number again?
Probably not, Kevin. Not in my lifetime. You have to understand, you're going to have to score 25 points a game for 20-plus seasons to even have a chance. LeBron, he's one-on-one.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake. It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
Here's Brown, following the basket by LeBron James. Tatum on the wing. Shoots over Hachimura. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
Okay, listen. Tatum can strike from anywhere. The mid-range is an open option for him at all times.
Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Here's the Celtics with the ball to the inside. Pass to White. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Back to White. Outside Tatum. Here's Holiday. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Los Angeles ball.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. Undoubtedly, their defensive focus is trying to limit Luka Doncic. Coach told me Luka is a great player who impacts the game on so many levels. No one has been able to shut him down. We just need to play with physicality and make him work for everything. We'll see how they handle one of the toughest matchups in the NBA. Guys?
Thanks, David. And here's Tatum for 3. The Lakers in the lead. Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
Oh, textbook pick and roll there. James doing a great job breaking down the defense.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Here's Doncic. A minute 50 left in the first quarter. A three-pointer off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Outside Holiday. Clock at 4. Pass to Horford. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Porzingis can't hit.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
A nice shot by LeBron. James has got 8.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
Outside, Porzingis launches it. He doesn't hit that one. Lakers leading by 3. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. LeBron, no luck.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Right side, Horford. The Celtics working the ball around now. Brown. It's tipped. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. So both teams changing it up here.